Oh, hello there.
Well, we made it.
We made it.
See, we haven't been on for a week, have we? And look at this.
There was
2 weeks. 2 weeks.
Just thinking about fundraising for help the Tez. Help the Tez.
Talking about Tez and my dripping toilet and all sorts of things.
Yeah, Matt's got a dripping toilet.
I got a dripping toilet. Yeah. So
yeah. Well, have you got any issues, Shabby?
No, I was just always wondering if Matt broke his loo, what on earth did he do in it? Do you know what I mean?
It's not that. I'll explain it quickly. Right, you know the panel. You've got I've got a cistern that's like built into the unit, so it's not like your standard cistern, is it? So it's inside the cupboard around, and the push button bit. The wood is like gone a bit warped because the water's run down the top and gone into it, and it's swollen. So she said, "Oh, can you have a look?" So I took it off to have a look at it. And I went, what's that down there? And then I was like, oh, this. And I looked down and I can see water inside the bottom of the floor. So it's been dripping for absolutely months.
You got a soggy bottom.
Drip. And the cistern is on a pipe with a little rubber piece. And all it is you shove the pipe up and it's on a rubber hose. So it's just dry rotted.
Has it not come through your ceiling or anything? Did you not see it through your ceiling?
Yeah, well, there was a little mark on the side. I saw my mate Julian the other day, and I just said, "Oh yeah, look at that." So yeah, and I had everything apart. Could I find this leak? And it was behind the toilet because the toilet's like a magnet. There's no front to like pull it off. Oh,
you see, you go everywhere else for toys and pop culture. You come to USR and you're about. Matt's dodgy toilet. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Lucky I took it off because it could carry on dripping for rain. So I've got a little plastic tub on that I'm catching it for now, but I'm gonna have to rip the toilet out, which is I'm not doing it now because the wife will have nowhere to sit. So I'm not making her go in the garden. So I could go in the garden. Don't bother me. I'll just get a spade.
Can you imagine your neighbours like that with the curtains? What the hell are they doing in there? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Why is she kneeling over a bucket?
Oh man! Yes, I was going to say. Welcome to.
Brilliant! Spit it out.
You Ben's shabby reviews.
If you've got anything dripping, I'll block it.
Because we've got nothing. Right, G-Man, we've got nothing else better to talk tonight about, Matt.
Oh, we've got nothing better to talk about at all.
Oh, hang on a minute. Anything happened to you this week, Tez? Anything you want to share? Anything you want to share with the lads? Do you know what I mean?
I was off ill 2 days. 2 days this week.
Right.
You know, the wife says, "I go take the dog for a walk because get some fresh air." And I'm like, "All right, I'll go take the dog for a walk." Been walking my dog in that park for 10 years. Never seen a park warden before in my life there. The dog runs across the corner of the football pitch where you're supposed to have the dog on the lead. These two random fat people come over, find me.
Random fat people? What's that? What does that mean?
I could have said they could have had park warden in high vis on their vests. You know what I mean? I would have been trying to read those. So I've got a public detective on the case, so I'm all right.
Were they actually playing football while the dog ran over the pitch on the football pitch?
No. I did see them give an 82-year-old woman a fine.
Oh, that's just crazy.
The bastards. Yeah, I'm writing to my MP. Anyway.
Anyway.
Oh, you're not into right, MP. Get Danny on the case. Danny will sort it.
Oh, no, I am. No, he's given me some emails already. Yeah, They make that. It's like Better Call Saul. It's like, make that stuff go away. I've got a dead body in the car, Dan. Oh, yeah, but I'll make it disappear.
I know, but since as though you're a celebrity in Sainsbury's car parks, did you not turn around and say, "Do you know who I am?"
Yeah. you should know my name and address.
You should know who I am.
Yeah.
Well, no, I told the dog warden to F off, and he said, I'm not subscribing to you anymore.
That was right. That was right. They charged you 100 quid, and she went, "Are you the one that makes Spectrum videos?" And she went, "Right, there's another 100." brilliant.
There is a video. I might play out of the show with it later on. Maybe.
It's your channel. It's your channel. Play it out. No problem. It's your channel.
Oh, somebody wake up the test. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, we have. It's a very special episode tonight because we've all been waiting for something very special for what over 2 years now. Is it how many years?
About 2.5, yeah.
Anticipation, waiting for the big wait. So
tell you what, though, it was worth the wait, wasn't it? It was worth the wait, Mark.
Worth the wait. Worth the wait.
And I'm not going to show anything book related until the guys come on in about 15 minutes. So yeah.
We're just waiting for everyone to commence.
We're waiting for people to pepper along.
Yeah.
All right,
should be.
Hi, Baz.
Hi, Baz.
Yeah.
Hi, Baz. Hi, everyone. Really. Hi, everyone.
Yeah, everyone's here. Brilliant.
Yeah. We might miss you out on the chat tonight because we might be too busy talking. So
we've got a lot to get through. I've got lots of pictures of the book. Supposedly they were, and now they're not.
If you double check the pictures, make sure there's no there's no bluey pictures or pictures of dogs or anything like that in there. Or, we don't want anything like that. No. Make sure.
Yeah. So quickly has anybody got any pickups? Let's get all this stuff out the way first.
Ooh, I've got one thing. You show yours, Matt, and then I'll just get mine ready.
Well, I've got a few things. I've had a bit of a build up, bit of a bulge, because
bit of a bulge. Is that what?
A bit of a. It's been a couple of weeks, isn't it? It's been a couple of weeks.
Someone broke your toilet.
It'll come at once, really.
Did it?
Yeah. Are you going to go first, Matt?
I don't do Marvel, but I had to get this. The Ghost Rider. So we all seen the 6-inch Ghost Rider.
Is that a new one?
Yeah, it's like a re-release. Yeah, retro. Yeah, it's.
Brian's got that one, hasn't he?
I think Brian's had it, and a few others. I've got it. Yeah, it's really nice. So I don't really do Marvel much, but I do like Ghost Rider. So I had to get it. It's very nice. Very nice. So eventually, I might get a bike or something for it. I know people have been using the McFarlane Batman bike.
There's the bike coming though, isn't there? There's that bluish kind of bike coming for that, isn't there?
Yeah, I think it's something else. So I picked up Sol Guerrero this morning. See, it was going well. It was going all right this morning. I got up and picked him up for 15 at Smith's. So he's a bargain.
Wow, he's a bargain.
15, yeah. He's up. He's check your Smith's out. He suddenly dropped in price. Everyone went mad, and he's like cleared out in most places. But we're at 15 quid, isn't he? Definitely.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. And something on the sort of the larger size. So I think a few people saw the box the other day, but I got this fella. So,
he's like,
look at that repainted Boba Fett from the Mandalorian. So
nice. It's like
very nice, isn't it?
How many have you got now, Matt? How many toys?
Only just the 1 or 2, like he said.
Just a couple. Look at this. Look at that magnetic. Look at that magnetic back. Look at that.
Oh man.
Lovely, isn't it? So I wanted a Boba Fett, and this is the one I wanted. So I do like the repainted. I know a lot of people don't.
Well, I'm a little bit jealous, but at least we can flush our toilet, Shabby?
Yeah, well.
Yeah, you got flush.
One flush, no problem. Do you know what I mean?
It's working, but it's
working. Yeah.
I just don't know how much money. I just don't know how much water I've lost over the last few months. That's the only worry. But
well, that's what happened to me in the last house. Do you remember 105,000 gallons in about 3 weeks? Remember my mountain bill was massive.
I'm on a water meter as well, so that's going to be interesting. Yeah.
Is there anything else, Matt? Is there anything else, Matt?
No. Do you only want to just? I have to go to the thing. But anyone want to see my snowy Han Solo?
Yeah, let's have a look.
Oh yeah. Because I watched the video.
Did a video, but I'll get him up. So hang on a minute. Evening. Don't push the loot.
Hey, Brett.
Look at that. It looks mint, doesn't it? It looks really good.
It's a bit close there. A bit close. I'll just move me thing out of the way.
There you go.
There we go. So you can see him in all his snowy glory.
Awesome. Looks much better. Looks fantastic.
It does, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It looks like a hot toy now.
It does, doesn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, I'll give it about 3 coats of hairspray the other night, so that was interesting. So be walking around Asda with a can of hairspray in my hand, or wherever it was, Tesco's. Yeah. So
you've got no hair though, Matt.
Yeah, I know. That's the thing. That's the old man walking around with a can of hairspray is it's literally odd, isn't it? Like, these women looking at you going, "I'm trying to find the cheapest hairspray," and they're going,
"Let's fix the tip."
What is he looking at hairspray for? I'm like, yeah.
Oh,
no, all the way around the back. So, yeah.
And
Brilliant.
You put a new leather strap on it as well, haven't you?
Yeah, and it's got a new strap on there because it was little, and then I just sort of did a few bits to it. So that the old thing there, the old thing he uses. So giving it the snow really. I was just dreading it, but it works, doesn't it? It does work.
Miriam,
it's great. Hi, Miriam.
Yeah. You need to get a you need to get a
I'll put him down now.
a Hoth Luke now.
Yeah. Do you know how hard they are to find now, those Tauntauns?
Yeah, they are
very hard. They are very hard. Yeah, because they're quite big. I want to post them
outside.
Yeah, so just a few bits this time. I've had a bit of a build up, really.
Yeah, nice. For a while. I got a nice surprise this week. Do you want me to show you what I got this week? Which was a surprise. Well,
right, Peter. There we go. Where is he? Oh, so many people. There we go.
With it being book week this week, I was waiting for a certain book, but then the lovely Scuba Pete.
Oh, he sent you a nice looking book, didn't he? He sent you.
Got me Pixel Dan's Masters of the Universe.
Oh,
look how thick it is.
Is it still in plastic?
Yeah, I only got it a couple of days ago. So look at that. How nice is that?
And you've not looked at that because you've been looking at other books.
He's been looking at other books, isn't
yeah. Maybe. But
bigger
nice is that? And I got loads of stuff for Thanksgiving, but I made a video of that. So
you got tons of stuff. You did all right there. You got tons of stuff.
Awesome.
Oh, and here we go. And I haven't got anything.
Except a fine. That's all he's got.
You got a
fine.
I've got a fine.
You cherish it. You cherish it.
Yeah. We're just breathing. So yeah. All right, chocolate chip. There we go.
Hey, chocolate chip.
So we've got a motive through stuff. Before we get the lads on, quick first impressions of Willow. What do you reckon?
Oh my! It's so. I turned it off. It was so. But the thing is, as well, I watched the film before it, and the film wasn't brilliant, but it's a good film. I like it. So I watched the film.
Yeah, it's a good film.
And then I watched the first episode. I'll never watch it again. Every stereotypical woke character you can think of is in it. It's terrible.
Yeah.
Hi, Rob. Nice to see you, Rob. It was awful. But it was just so bad.
I've watched both episodes, but it's not really hooking me in. And I think Tim mentioned in the chat. It was like once. I mean, Warwick Davis is, he's a great character. But he was really his lines were really flat, weren't they?
They were flat.
It was terrible. Yeah. It was. I mean,
some bits are really good. Some bits when he was acting with his daughter, his real daughter, those bits going back and forth were very good. And the magic bits, but those long lines he was talking about her just did not work, didn't they? With the Queen,
it seems to be a bit. Well, those kids are like Valley kids from Beverly Hills 90210.
He did make it, and then he's dressed. The brother, the good-looking lad's dressed like Jim Morrison, and they're talking modern in a medieval. It just didn't make sense.
I just modern speak. I said I didn't like the modern patter. Yeah. Didn't like it.
It was just. I'm just sat there laughing. Like how could
obviously it's not about Val. They're not going to bring Val Kilmer, are they? Oh, what should I?
No, the villains might be good. Just hope the villains are quite interesting.
Yeah, I'll keep watching. It's not an Andor, is it? It's not an Andor.
See, you've surprised me because when me and Matt hate something woke, you love it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
but you seem
if it had it,
you don't like it either.
If it had an 8-foot She-Hulk in it, I'd love it.
Yeah,
Matt's got an 8-foot shield in his toilet. That's what broke it.
Yeah, usually be lapping it up, wouldn't you, Tez? Lapping it up. Literally. Yeah.
So if me and Matt don't like it, and Tez definitely doesn't like it, that goes to show. If Tez don't like it,
I don't dislike it. I'm just like, it's like.
It was okay. It was okay, wasn't it? It was okay. Yeah.
Are you going to stick with it, Matt? Are you going to stick with it?
Yeah, I'm going to watch them all. I will watch them all. Yeah.
Hello, Georgie. Thank you for the Christmas card. Thank you for the Christmas card. I got a Christmas card of Stu and Georgie.
Oh, lovely. Oh, lovely. Nice. Well done.
Pie face.
Have you got your Christmas decorations up, Matt?
No, not yet.
Good. Good, because it's only the 2nd of December.
I know. Not on there.
Since Halloween.
Tree behind him.
Wow.
Never understand it. We've always done the same. We have the week before Christmas, we stick them up, and then we take them down about a few days after, before New Year's Eve, take them down. So we're up for about a week or something like that. About a week, maybe two. And then we take them down. So, yeah.
Isn't it?
Matt.
Matt's here. Right. Should we
gone to the dogs. It's gone to the dogs.
It's gone to the seagulls.
Anybody
want to say anything else before we get the chaps on?
Well, I will say something. When we got the lovely guests on that we have, before we start talking about our topic, we should talk about the 3 trailers that came out yesterday and get them out of the way.
Oh my God! Yeah,
it was a trailer bonanza, wasn't it, last night?
It was. Yeah, it was.
Well, we had Transformers Beast War, which is like,
that's my favourite trailer. I loved that trailer.
Did you?
It looks all right.
Is it continuing from?
It's continuing from Bumblebee.
Bumblebee. Yeah, it is. Yeah,
it's the same director who directed Creed 1 and 2, I think. So it might be
okay.
Yeah, and Travis Knight did the Bumblebee one, so hopefully it might. Yeah, we go.
But I'm intrigued to see what people say about the Indiana Jones trailer. Well, the teaser trailer, but I'm intrigued.
I loved it. Oh, it was good.
I liked it.
Did it not feel like a computer game though? It did to me. It felt very CGI, over the top CGI.
You don't really see. You're not going to see Harrison Ford swinging around like as you know.
Well,
he
he's
used to do his own stunts, didn't he? That's kind of missing now, isn't it? I think.
Yeah, I like the de-aging. That one scene of him looked amazing. Right.
Yeah, it looked good, but that's what I mean. It looked very computer graphics to me. I mean, I liked it. Don't get me wrong. I want to watch it. It just looked very.
Okay.
Jumpy.
And we had the Guardians of the Galaxy as well, didn't we? So yeah, that
looked good. Yeah, that looked
good. That was weird though. You thought they were going back on Earth, and it was a planet. All the animals were like humanized, weren't they? So that I wonder if that's where Rocket comes from originally. Rocket came from.
Yeah, maybe.
No.
Because there's a guy who's a baddie, and he modifies all the animals, doesn't he? That's who the baddie is in this, I think. One of the baddies. So that's my gist.
Right.
Yeah, you get to see.
It looks quite an emotional one. There's a lot.
Originally.
You've got Star-Lord screaming his head off.
I've got to admit though, I'm not going to rush to the cinema to see it because I've seen it. There's not going to be much difference between that and the rest of them, is there really?
Yeah,
no, I do like.
I'll wait till Disney.
Because a lot of the Marvel movies now are a bit.
Have you seen them?
They're a bit flat. I think the Guardians is a crowd puller. It's the Star Wars of it's the Star Wars of MCU, isn't it?
It's my favorite out of all the Marvels. It is my favorite.
It's the best one by a mile. Yeah, I agree with that.
I always go to Guardians for if I want to watch a Marvel film. So. it's the only figures. It's the only 6-inch figures I've kept in my Guardian figures. So it's the only ones I keep.
That is bulge. Yeah.
It's a good bulge.
You're seeing guys podcast. Greg and Joe. Hi, Greg and Joe.
Greg and Joe.
We might have some new people in the chat tonight because I've put it out on those big vintage Star Wars Facebook collecting groups.
Well, if you're new in the chat and you want to say hello to all the boys and girls in the chat. Say hello to us.
Say hello.
It'd be awesome to say hello to you.
Well, George is here, right, George?
Yeah, George is here. Pete's here.
Right. I'm going to get we're gonna get down to the end of the chat before I get the guys on, but like it's just motoring up. It's one of those nights. So
the lads are here, aren't they? Awesome.
I hope Scuba's feeling all right.
Yeah, Greg and Joe's podcast is Greg. You know,
of course
Greg.
it is. Yeah.
Of course it is.
Yeah. I think they talk just stuff like football and weather and all the stuff like we do. Yeah.
Matt, you've mentioned football.
Oh no. Yeah, I know.
I was watching it today. My house is happy because South Korea went through, and then I was watching Serbia and Switzerland. They were 2-2 at half time. Then we had to come and do this. So
yeah. I've not been in it. If you notice, I've been very quiet because they're all talking football and.
To be honest, I've really watched like the US and
I've watched all of them practically. I've watched practically every game.
We've been watching. Netflix has had a good burn this week. So I've been watching Wednesday.
I watched the first episode last night. It was good. I enjoyed it.
We've done a lot. Wednesday. What's I got next to?
I'd like to try that $18.99 on Netflix. That's
that's the next one I'm doing. I've done Dark. If you've watched Dark, then that's the same people that did. There's a good twist to that. I think there's going to be some good twists. Always are.
Awesome. We'll start that tonight then.
Yeah. What did I watch? I watched Tulsa. I've been watching Tulsa King. Are you watching with Stallone? Yeah.
I watched the first episode. I didn't like it. Turned it off. Thought it was boring.
Oh, I love it.
I fell asleep twice.
All right, Luke.
Oh, I love it. It's brilliant.
He's master of bad curry.
Oh, and I tell you what, we have started, Matt, because of your recommendation. We started Gangs of London. What's the first? I tell you what, I've never seen violence like that in my life.
Is it good? Is it good?
Yeah, we like it, but man, it's a bit. It's the young one of the young brothers from Peaky Blinders, isn't it? That's who plays the guy.
It's
That's
Peaky
where I've
Blinders
seen.
guy. Yeah.
My word, how violent is it? Jeepers.
Yeah, Tulsa Kings. I love Tulsa. I watched all 3 episodes now. I love it.
Right, I'll keep with it. I'll have another go. Maybe I was in
and Yellowstone. I'm watching that. That's my other
more of
favorite.
Yellowstone. We're big fans. Hey, the other one starts in 2 weeks.
Yeah, the trailer's out, isn't it? The trailer's out.
I saw. Have you seen the trailer for Cocaine Bear?
Oh yeah, that looks hilarious.
That's like a film I want to go to the cinema because that is
hilarious,
original.
Isn't it?
It's a true story as well, isn't it? It's a true story. Bear eats loads of cocaine and goes crazy. I'm up for that. It's like a Jaws movie, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I've just seen Brian's comment about starting Gangs of London as well. Sometimes that violence is a bit too much, though, isn't it?
You want to see the second series, mate? It's even worse.
Oh,
you haven't seen the second series yet? That's even better.
Would it make me cry?
Yeah.
Anyway, let's get the guys on. I'm about to jump right down the chat.
That's good. It's good. We're getting schedule. We're in line with the chat.
Yeah. First we'll get. We all know him. You all know him. He's the Empire's second favorite bounty hunter.
The second. That's Tim. Oh, it's Tim.
Don't get me on before the boys. God.
Oh no! I thought you wanted to say hello first.
Before you bring them on, I was so worried that you were just. I was just so worried that you were going to ruin my joke because you just brought up about Cocaine Bear,
right?
And I was just going to say, when's the sequel coming out with Matt's Cocaine Tauntaun?
It's a bit covered, isn't it? Yeah, it's a bit covered. Yeah. With the bag, it just went everywhere. Yeah.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Well, how are you, Timothy? How are you?
Yeah, I'm really well, man. I'm really good, thanks.
Good stuff, buddy. Good stuff.
Good.
I thought I'd get Tim on first because he was actually the first one on time. He was him.
I see. Yeah, are famous now. Says they're famous now. They're not. We have to go through agents and publicists and all that. Do you know what I mean? Just to get hold of it. You know?
Okay.
Right. So we've here we go. Let's get Gianni on. Let's get the red 5 guys on. We've got Gianni. There we go. Hello.
Oh, that's a dog.
Greg, is that? There we go.
It's another dog.
There's Chewy.
Is that Chewy?
Yeah. There's Chewy.
Yeah. Watch you don't come down to Plymouth for that dog, Johnny. You might get a fine. You might get a fine. You watch out. Watch out. Make sure you've got a lead on.
It was a good video, though, wasn't it? It was a good video.
Crazy.
I was very passionate in that video.
It's just the way you went, oh, bully for you. And I thought, I haven't heard that line in years. Bully for you. You know what I mean? It's Tez from the 1940s.
When I'm cleaning windows.
When you say something to her, she goes, you don't need to swear, Sue. And you went, oh, fuck off.
No, yeah, fuck off, I swear what. I will go after you pound off in your fucking pocket. It's gonna get me money. Anyway,
expletives. There we go.
We're not talking about it isn't poo. We're talking about the Kenner book, which is hitting doorsteps everywhere. I don't know, Johnny. What is that? What is that? So is that a big? Oh, what are they? There we go. There we are.
He's frantically packing books there as we go.
Look at all them. I'm surrounded by boxes. You won't believe.
Oh, and the
black and silver version.
Silver version.
I know people are desperate to get them, and I'm desperate to get them all out of my house. So.
Yeah.
Is that why you're currently sitting in the chimney, Gianni?
I've moved into the chimney.
So he's in the coal shed, doesn't he? He's in there. He's like,
he's in the book house.
Brilliant.
So yes, I will know. Here we go. Let's get this big. There we go. That's what we all have our copies at the sides.
I don't.
On a Greg, I don't.
So you've got a copy there, Gianni. Have you got a copy to hand?
It's got a few.
One or two.
It's got one or two. So
behind me.
So yeah, the picture that this is the cover without the dust jacket on, isn't it? So it's kind of, there isn't a black and silver.
Got one of them.
Yeah, that's what. There we go.
Yeah.
So what does it mean now that you've how do you feel? No, it's going out, or is it?
Yeah, everyone asks us that, but I just can't relax until I know they're all gone. You know, I can't even look at people. Yeah, I haven't really sat down and looked through it properly.
Nor have I. I've not really looked through it.
It's constant at the moment.
Oh, you should look through it. It's good. It's all right.
Yeah, it's all right. Yeah, done well. Yeah.
I can't look through it, and I'm like, I know there's so many. I know there's people waiting on this, so I can't really enjoy it. Once we've got majority of the books out or they're finished out, then I'll sit down and really enjoy it.
Yeah.
I've got to sunset and really read it.
I've got to say one thing though, for the people who haven't got it yet, you're just not going to believe it. The thing is, we've all seen the videos, we've all seen the, Greg and Gianni on podcasts and this and that. But when you actually get it, the pictures and the videos just, honestly, and I've said it all week, I'm not saying it because you're here, I'm saying it all week, these just don't do it justice. I've never, the quality that you've put into this book is ridiculous.
Simple to read, very simple. Yeah.
Blew me away.
Yeah, I think, when we were showing it off and that, we was always conscious of that, and we wanted to keep stuff back so that people got, got a bit more out of it than seeing it all on the screen all the time. And they got those extra bits in there as a nice surprise for them.
It's so heavy, man. It is. It's like torso size.
I mean,
Tim had
since the proof.
Yeah, it was massive.
Yeah, I mean, you had the proof copy, didn't you, Tim?
Yeah.
There's a lot of difference between that and this final one because we made some adjustments.
That version broke my arm.
That's why you should have arms like me. I folded them about 4 times and just left them.
didn't even have to deliver yours, did I?
I just went,
yeah. He's waving. He's waving over the ocean. There it is. There it is.
Seriously, though, guys, you should be.
We're just excited to get it and get a response. You know?
I agree with what Tim's saying, man.
You should be so proud of it, man. It is amazing. It's so good.
I've had to go through it, I think, within 6 sort of sessions, and I still haven't taken everything in.
Yeah.
It's almost like it's a little bit daunting. It's like you kind of, because there's a guide to each section, really, and you got to make sure you sort of read the guide, otherwise you feel like you're not understanding it how it should be understood, if you know what I mean.
Well, I feel a bit critical as well, because I've always said it's, when you lads have said, oh, it's, it's coming and this and that, I've always said, well, it's the expectation I'm enjoying. It's like the build up to Christmas and so forth. But the difference between it is when you get it, you get like a different level of excitement. It's not like, oh, I've got it now. And on it goes, you're like, what the France? Look at this thing. I just can't believe how you've done it. I mean, it's just, considering you lads had an idea, and you've never published before, and you've done this. It's just, you should be so proud of yourselves.
Well, I'm going to go for
there's
that hasn't quite sunk in yet, I don't think. And I don't, until it's all out there and I can relax and sit back and maybe just absorb what we've actually done, But it took a long time. It took longer than we expected it to do, but I just wanted to take the time and making sure that the stuff in there was right and it was structured right and it flowed right. And you can look through it and just look at the pictures if you like, but then you can delve into and read all the different elements.
I like these sections where you've got your own little sort of personal history about getting into Star Wars. And Greg's
there I am holding the first copy of the book there when we started.
Oh yeah.
In that outfit you've got on there, you kind of look like one of Matt's BMX mates, because Matt usually wears that outfit for BMX.
He must be going to a pitch that afternoon. That's why he
dresses for
There we go. There's Johnny.
Yeah. Behind the fireplace that my dad put up, that's probably one of the only things he's put up that stayed up. But there you go.
The fireplace.
That's it.
And you got that's your favourite figure of Greg's is R5, R54, isn't it? So, there we go. I've done some arty shots.
These are is this the book or the stickers?
Stickers.
No, that's the book. That's the book.
Is it?
Yeah, that's the book.
Oh, I know. Yeah.
I had to get a wide-angle lens on that because the book's so big.
Yeah. Well, when the proof was on Tim's, Tim had to buy an actual new camera just to film it like this.
Yeah,
I know. Yeah, it was. I was thinking I was going to set up a camera and I could film on the second screen, but I could only get 6 on. But I think I've got enough photographs to kind of cover everybody.
Because obviously, I went straight to the Bossk page, and. I'm just loving, like, just even looking at it going, I wish I had that card back in my collection, because I'm focusing on them now. And I've been waiting to sort of like, just have it on one page of the ones that I need. And the things, the ones that are like sort of hazed out, the ones that could potentially please exist, please.
Yeah.
Somebody somewhere have one.
It's not.
But I don't think. Go on, mate. Go on, Johnny.
The idea is that you get an idea of the, what that card back covered in terms of the whole collection. You can see where it's when we were looking at all this, you start to see those patterns and how figures were released and how they sort of miss certain cards and stuff like that. You sort of do get an understanding of that.
It is funny though about the sticky sheets, because I showed Lucy the book and she was like, "Oh," and then I showed her the stickers. Are you going to stick the stickers in it? And my response was, "No, I'm not ruining that book." But the stickers are supposed to. But the stickers are. So I'm going to actually. Are you going to put any of the stickers in the book, lad? So you're just going to leave the stickers on the sheet as they are?
We don't effectively the sticker sheet. They don't exist. So the idea is if if someone
If you
comes up and they
find
go,
this is what I thought. Here we go.
Yeah.
Then you can apply that sticker in the book to update the book if you like. If if you choose to do that.
Proofing it.
There you go. So if you personally come across any of these card backs which don't exist, and then you find one, you can update it.
Yeah.
And then you
exactly,
there we go.
Yeah.
That's what.
Yes.
That's
we wanted to try and future-proof the book
because
as
we
much
we
we could.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why there's no prices in there.
People pay a lot of money for something.
Put prices in there, it's out of date instantly, you know.
Like, you can't put
yeah.
So this is basically the first sort of the section where it's got your first wave of figures. Well, it goes from the first 12 right to the last 17. And on each page you've got variants, but there's a whole variant section which is mind blowing.
Yeah, these are more variants that are card associated, if you like, and then later on it goes into actual figure variations and stuff. But yeah, the idea is, if you've got a figure focus, you can just go to that page and you find all the information on that particular figure, rather than sort of jumping to and from throughout the book. You know?
Let's go. Go the wrong way. I had all my photographs in order, but I've gone live and they've all gone in a random order. So here we go. We've got the Jawa. Obviously, you've got the vinyl capes and what everybody else has got. But yeah, it's actually the size of the photographs in the book are the size of the figures. Yeah.
Actual size. Yeah.
Yeah. So
the
in that
figures are actually.
Yeah.
And that sort of dictated the size of the book, really.
Yeah, well, it makes sense because I got a card back and I put it on one of the pictures of the card back, and it's like, oh my god, it fits perfectly. So it is the scale sort of thing.
Yeah. And then we found some guys in the US who had some prototypes. So that's the Jawa prototype there in the bottom right-hand corner.
I was going to say, what the hell is that?
Is that the sock thing? Is that the sock thing? Is it? What they use?
Oh wow!
No, this is the final game one. That's
sorry. Yeah.
Look at that.
So yeah, I mean, where we were able to pick those bits up, or people had those bits, we'd sort of put them in there,
Yeah.
So what I was going to ask, what was the process of like? You've got like a picture of a variant card back or a variant figure, and someone had it like on the planet. Did they send you the figure, or did you give them specifics to take
some people. I mean, there was even. Yeah, I mean, we got people to take pictures basically, and we'd say to them, "Can you make sure it's overhead, head face on?" We wanted them to display that way.
Yeah.
And there was one guy who took some figure shots, but he took them all a little bit. They were a little bit sort of had a bit of perspective and stuff like that. So he said that you could redo them like this, and they went and did that for us.
Wow.
Yeah, I had how to light it as well, because all the lighting of the photo.
Yeah, I mean, you can sort of level those things up.
Yeah.
And if they couldn't take the photos, we drove to them and did it.
Yeah, sometimes we did. We've done a 4-hour drive to Lincoln and then 4 hours back just to get a certain set of figures.
Wow.
Yeah, after lockdown, we were up and down meeting people who didn't want to obviously understand it, but didn't want to post their pride and joy to us.
Yeah,
so
no.
Driving up and down to meet people just after lockdowns were easing, driving out to meet people, literally spending 20 minutes there, snap, thank you, then drive 5-4 hours back home again.
Crazy.
Yeah, and this was I think I saw it when Tim did his stream, but the amount of pages which have got this pull-out section here.
Yeah.
We always knew that was going to be a feature of the book, and there were times and discussions where it would have been easier not to have them, but we were so adamant they were going to be in there because I think they're so effective for really standout characters. I think it makes such a big difference. You can just fold out the Obi-Wan Kenobi or Vader. I think it makes a big difference to the page.
Well, one thing about the pages, and I know it's only trivial, but I thought it was a really good idea, was when you open a massive book like this, you sometimes think, the page might come out, but it actually flats out. The actual pages come with the book. It's not folded like that, and I think that's really impressive because so you don't feel like the pages are going to come out of the book. It's a really big and well done.
Together. They're sewn together in sections, and then they're sewn together as a whole, and then they're glued like into the book.
Wow.
So you've got, and you notice that the end paper, so the red paper on the inside is quite a thick paper. That cover to the pages, just because we was concerned that if it was a lighter weight paper, then there's chances that things could tear if you've not lifted it right. I mean, we put a little notice in there, didn't we? About
don't pick it up like this. Right, don't pick it up like that. Hold it.
We put those in there because obviously Kenner-esque. So
I didn't know whether I was allowed to show that, so I was sitting there waiting.
Yeah.
I said. Yeah.
Look at that. That's awesome, isn't it?
We do. So that's basically, for anyone that can't read that because it's a bit blurry, it basically tells you, that it's a coffee table book. It should be read in a certain way, not on your lap, that kind of thing, just to sort of preserve it for as long as possible. But the fact that that's like the We Really Do Care Kenner thing, that's super cool. Awesome, man.
It is. It is. Yeah.
When the proof copy arrived and I showed it to my wife for the first time, I remember when she picked it up, the first thing she said to me was, "You guys need to make a disclaimer. Like you need to tell people a disclaimer saying how to look after this book." And I was like, "That's a very good idea, actually." Yeah.
You do. Okay.
That's the thing because I'm making a podium for mine, and so so I can keep the book open on a certain page, with it looking like that. So that's why I was really impressed with that. So
it needs a podium, its own pew. Like,
Oh yeah, you can't put this book on a shelf. Not a prayer.
No, you can't.
No way.
Like a cushion in those gloves that like
acrylic case, don't you, of some sort? Yeah.
And just the amount of, I mean, I've probably got some, just the amount of the sticker variations that those labels. The combination is insane
to make it easier to understand.
Oh, it is easy to understand, definitely.
Yeah.
Can I just say, photographing that picture there of Chewie with Super on his back took me so long to get it
to balance it, was it?
Straight and balanced. I'm pretty sure he's got tack on his shoulder against a white wall to try and get
clever.
Some of these figures I see in this book, I'm like, God, he was a nightmare to stand up. He's a nightmare to stand up. Like, how did I do that?
I've done the same thing with that Chewbacca holding CPR. I had to sort of Photoshop out the blue tack holding his feet.
Because the weight's too much for it.
When Greg, when you do some of your pictures, with the figures, see photos, it's very good. So you definitely got the patience to do
it. I mean, I think there was some anger, but I got there.
No, I think it's testament to Greg. The quality of the images in the book. How Greg's photography.
It is vibrant though, with all these colours in the card backs. They really stand out. It's like so. The pictures are perfect.
I love the chapter breaks. All look really nice. I think.
I love
with the chapter break.
Oh yeah, the chapter breaks. I really like. Really happy with the chapter breaks. Yeah.
Oh, those massive.
The massive big close-up shots.
It's amazing that you got depth of field on a figure that's so close. It's amazing.
But even the card backs like that, even the ones that are faded out, you can still see them clearly. They're not faded out so much that you have to put the sticker on it. You can actually see them.
You can see what it is. Yeah, because you still want to be able to see what the difference between that card and the one next to it or whatever it is.
I love that gauntlet.
Yeah, I love that one.
Let's get Matt on. There we go.
Look at the size of it.
Look at the size of it.
That's awesome, that one. And
the other one,
I like that one, and I like the Death Star droid.
Yeah, that's exactly the same one. Where is it?
IG as well.
The reflections.
Yeah.
See the front somewhere.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, if you zoomed in a lot of the pictures, you'll see the reflection of my kitchen in a lot of them.
That's amazing. That one, getting the red on it, it's like it's see-through, doesn't it? It's very good.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, that was in a really cheap little light box for those ones. They came out quite well.
You've done it really well.
You've got a load of colour backgrounds, didn't you?
Yeah, good little felt coloured backgrounds. Yeah.
Greg will be opening up his kitchen to a tour, for tours later on.
It'll be a very short tour.
Yeah, let's all show a page. There we go. This one's a good one. Because I'm a sucker for me. I'm a sucker for me. Star Wars called yellow. There you go. Whoa, look at that.
Oh, yellow.
Oh, yeah, fantastic! It's fantastic.
Lovely.
Oh,
man. It's so surreal seeing it in people's hands. That's not ours.
I know. I know. It's just I was
so long. One or two people have had access to previous copy. You have to show that one. He's right at the beginning as well.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. Let's show Tim. There we go.
Yeah,
look at that. That's like the size. That's
you
the size of.
You should put your head above it, and you look like
you put your head above it.
Yeah, it's like that one. It's that
bit of a workout.
Greedo.
It arrived at my doorstep. What on? I can't remember what day it was. Was it
Friday?
Was it last Friday? Was it last Friday? I think it was last Friday. Yeah. And I got it. I got it before Shabby. And I got it before Matt. And I think.
Oh, did you? Did you?
Yeah,
the first to get it.
Oh my god! I'm like,
look at me!
Look at me! I'm recognising Sainsbury's car parks. I got mine first before anybody.
We thought we'd save the best to last.
That's what it is. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. Johnny had to tell him to calm down and just relax, take it in his stride. I was like, I'm too. I can't open it. I'm too precious over it.
The funniest thing is, though, I wasn't mad about that at all. But I did phone one of my friends in Plymouth and said, "Listen, if you see a fellow with a dog in a park, charge him £100." What I want to show is this. A lot of people obviously got the mini guide book.
Oh yeah.
Which is right there. But what I want to do is, if you've not actually seen the book physically, but you've seen, I'll show you how big the book is to that mini guide book.
Yeah.
Look, you see what I mean? So that's the thing. I know a lot of people saying, "Oh, I've got the mini guide book. That's awesome." But look at the size of the actual book to that.
It's like 4 times as big, isn't it?
Huge, really? Absolutely huge. Yeah. I mean, look at that. Yeah. Look at the work in that. Oh, what?
And to be honest, I think the mini book is more. It's more.
It's more of a tool in terms of you could take it around with you.
Yeah, the mini book's more complicated. There's more.
Oh, I found it dead easy. When Si got the biker scout off Andy, and we found it straight away. 65 in cardback. Look at that.
Oh, look at you with your raising your feet.
Look at that. I know.
There's more of a sort of a process to the mini book. Like you sort of.
You need to follow its narrative.
It's like a Final Fantasy book, isn't it? You've got to jump around.
Yeah. That's right. Yeah, which we all love them type of books anyway, don't we? Our ages, we grew up with them type of books. So
yeah.
Was a bit of that was a bit of a glare on that's my photograph on that one. Sorry about that.
That wasn't my photographs, everyone.
No, the photograph better than my photograph. So just go through a bit more. So, what do your wives think? What do the other halves think? Now it's done, or is it?
We've barely seen them. To be honest with you,
you've barely seen them.
Yeah, I haven't seen much of them. But
you went. That's awesome. Get back to work, you bastards. Do you know what I mean?
Yes. Have you done the hoovering? No.
So the only
I've got all these books to do. Yeah.
I've been at Gianni's most of the time packing books. The only reason I'm not there now is because I finished work at 6 and just drove home for the stream. So I wouldn't It takes me, on a Friday evening, it takes me about 2 hours plus to get to Gianni's. Hello, what's happening here? Hello, picture.
Hello.
But it literally is at the moment finishing work and then driving to Gianni's, and then we're just packing books till it's late. Then I'm driving back home. We're sleeping there the night. Then we're up early, carrying on.
Wow.
And then back to work. Then back to Gianni's. So I haven't really seen anyone. Like,
yeah,
really,
for
I've
ages,
I've not really been able to sit down and talk to anyone. But my parents got their copy, but I haven't really seen them to ask them about it or anything like that. So I haven't really. This is the first time I'm really talking to anyone about it. Is this stream?
Yeah, exactly.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's sort of nice to have a little breather, isn't it?
Yeah. It is, yeah.
Another calm before the storm sort of thing, isn't it? So
yeah. So I'll be up early tomorrow and straight to Gianni's to carry on for the day.
Oh.
Yeah.
I don't know how you're coping, to be honest.
Job.
I don't know how you're coping, to be honest, because I get annoyed when I've got to send just a couple of things out that I've sold on eBay. You know what I mean?
I know that feeling.
Yeah. Oh, don't mention that.
I know. I was going to say, I've had your stuff for about 18 months.
2 years. We're still waiting for bloody parcel.
I know. Shabby's blooming stuff.
Yeah.
You know, it's a project that we started, and it's one that we wanted to complete and make sure that we got the job to people, because we enjoyed doing it, and it has been hard. It's been very hard. It's not an easy thing to do, to collate all this information and put it together like this, and plus all the logistics that are involved in that. But at the same time, look what we've done. It's a bit like that. We're proud of it, but we haven't had that chance to really sit back and take it all in yet. That's why it's nice to get the feedback from people, because we can get those little snippets of
Well, I can honestly say, I mean, you've not cut corners. There's quality as well as quantity here. I mean, there's both things.
I'll get to sacrificed nothing. Nothing was sacrificed in this book. If any more was added, nothing was sacrificed. We didn't cut anything. We couldn't. If we knew about it, it had to go in the book.
Yeah. I mean, I'll get to the catalog bits in a bit, and that was how many pages? That was astonishing.
Yeah, that's probably one of the biggest sections, I think.
Yeah, it's huge.
A lot slimmer about the catalog, but again, we couldn't not have them in there.
Yeah, I'll skim through it. Here we go. I'll skim through the.
Part of that is it hadn't been done before like that, so we wanted to be able to present these in a way that people had never seen them, and in a way that people can understand it as well,
Yeah. It's at this point in the book where the detail starts to get, it's bordering on ridiculous amount of detail. Like, types of baggies, types of mailaways. It's just details crazy.
Yeah.
Like, that's one of the favorite things that I've been looking like. Obviously, the first thing I did was I went to the Bossk page. I sort of took that in, and then I went straight to this. And because this is like an area of thing that I don't really know a lot about, I've seen pictures of mailaways. I've got a couple of Palatoy mailaways and whatever, but all the exclusive 3-packs and 4-packs.
This is that's a famous page, the Sears catalog page. And
to get the photos of them as well, like somebody somewhere's got each and every one. They're all the stuff.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't as straightforward as that. But there was a lady we found in America that obviously collected all these catalogs, and it wasn't just Star Wars. She was collecting all sorts of catalogs, and she would scan them and sell her scans and stuff like that on drives and stuff for people. And so I contacted her and I sort of said, "Have you got the Sears one from this year and the Montgomery Ward one from this year?" And went through them all, and she sort of she had most of them, but she didn't have all of them. So some we had to find, and then the Spiegel ones were the most difficult. We couldn't find them anywhere. I was looking online, see if I could buy them or find them anywhere. And in the end, we found a guy in the US through Gus Lopez's website, and he scanned and supplied all the Spiegel ones for us. So we were lucky.
Very lucky.
I mean, this is where you're going to get any sort of American naysayers who say, "Oh, this is just like another figure book. This is going to be a hook for them. It's got like over 40 pages of American toy catalog pages in there, which this is going to be a nostalgia orgasm for them guys."
Nostalgia, exactly. Yeah.
There's not one Argos catalog. What you like?
But, you know, I didn't know a lot about this side of it before we started. You know, I didn't know how expansive it was and all that sort of thing, and what they all covered and everything. And I just found it interesting to go through it all, and even just looking at the catalogs and all the different things in them, not just Star Wars.
Yeah, I've never seen any of these sort of catalogs really, so it's great to see them.
What is that? What is that? What is that?
Sort of
What is that? Oh, it's a board game. Yeah. Wow. Oh, there's Matt. There's a picture of Matt. I'm sure that was Matt there. I've got. Yeah. Here we go. Anyway, so yeah, coins. I know nothing about coins.
Coins. That was a headache.
Yeah.
Again, you know, I didn't know a lot about them, but I knew there was obviously variations and restrikes and things like that. But I didn't know them that in depth. And then I found a guy. There was a couple of guys actually. So it was a guy in Scotland who worked a lot with me on this. Greg didn't really get involved because we thought too many cooks, it was just going to get too complicated. So we went through and we worked out this key system of how to identify them and stuff like that. So you've got, next to each one, it's got a little key and then little symbols, icons and things, and then it's got a key to explain what each ones of those mean. So it tells you all the variations of those coins and stuff in it.
Wow. Wow.
So I didn't even know there were variations in coins. I just thought, There was. I was speaking to a guy on Facebook a few weeks ago, and he was like, "Oh, I advised. I think he was the Scottish guy actually talking about. He was like, I advised them on some of the coin information. Can't remember his name now.
Then we went to another guy who's quite well versed in the coins, and he looked through it and he said there's only a couple of things that aren't quite right in it. So I was really pleased with that because we've done it quite thoroughly, and there was 2 little points that he made that we made adjustments to. But footnotes galore on that one.
Yeah.
How many sleepless nights did you lads have going through? Have I got it right? Is this right?
Still having them. Still having them.
I bet you are.
Yeah, you're waiting for someone to say you made a mistake here, aren't you? You just
that will happen.
Yeah.
I'm not saying some people will find something to disagree with, but we're expecting that. That's fine.
Yeah.
Probably in the variations chapter more than anything.
If things were ambiguous in it, and we tried to leave them a little bit ambiguous, we didn't want to say this is the fact and this, because again, it's hard to tell sometimes. It's hard to tell what actually happened if you haven't got a person who's there at the time doing these things, and people forget things as well. So it's very hard to sort of pinpoint stuff sometimes.
And what this I'm showing here, these are all the proofs, aren't they? These are all the original.
Yeah, that's right. So they were all proofs. There was a set of proofs for the Power of the Force, and there's a set of proofs for Revenge of the Jedi.
That's right. I didn't think.
Wow, look at those. Oh.
The colours are great. I love the colours.
I love that.
Yeah, it's fantastic. It's just like cardback. It's cardback porn, isn't it?
Once you source the material, putting those sort of pages is quite simple because it's just a repeat of the same image. But when you look at it as a whole, it's quite an effective spread because of all the colours.
Absolutely.
Yeah, no.
This is the most I've seen of the book in a while. To be fair,
is it? Yeah, there's Revenge of the Jedi card back. So there we go. Yeah,
and you put all them annotations and stuff on there because it just makes it a little bit more interesting than just having a photo, and it's a good way of explaining things visually.
Yeah. I'll get to the the droid section.
I love the droids and Ewoks chapter. I'm so glad during the Kickstarter
I love that picture.
We just dedicated ourselves to keeping them in there, regardless of being a stretch goal. Because I love the change in colour when you get to these sections. It's so nice.
Yeah.
And it was awesome having these to photograph. I was a bit nervous handling some of them.
Right.
It was really good. I was nervous handling a lot of the figures, to be fair.
Yeah.
Especially ones that weren't ours or Gianni's.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
the only victim. What was the only victim during all the photographing, Gianni? Your Obi-Wan's lightsaber, wasn't it?
Yeah, the tip of the lightsaber.
That was the only victim for the whole making of
we
the book.
Replaced it. We replaced it.
They break off.
Found a guy in the US who had the prototypes of some of the wave walks. So.
Yeah, I love that close up of the Duloc with the. You can see the skull on the top of the. That is awesome.
Really
I've got it here. I've got it here. Yeah, it's awesome.
Go and show that one, Tez.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Show me. Look at that. Look at the detail on that skull there. Look at that.
Yeah.
It's funny because we played with that one. We were playing around with quite a few different shots.
There were a lot of versions of that, wasn't there?
And we changed it quite a bit, didn't we? Yeah, and then we got that one. And we that's.
I think out of
get Matt. You're gonna have to get Matt on a photo shoot with a book, I think.
Yeah.
I think, Gianni, was it out of all the chapter breaks? I think the most ones I kept having to redo and we kept back and forwarding was that one and the Jawa. I think they were the two that were the most.
Yeah, the Jawa has
played around before getting them right, didn't we?
What was the hardest thing to get hold of? What was the hardest thing for you to find? And
one was the Spiegel catalogues. They were very hard to go, and to the point where we were getting closer and closer to the point where everything was done apart from that. But once the Kickstarter was successful, lots of people contacted us, said, "I've got this, I've got that, I've got," which is partly a bit of a gamble of what we did, because we knew we didn't have everything and we'd need to source some stuff. So it came to us in the end. We didn't have to do so much of, "Oh, do you know anyone who's got this? Do you know anyone who's got that?"
Hardest figures to get though was what, Flix from Droids. He was. Yeah,
that's right.
He was one of the hardest to get hold of.
He's the quite expensive. He's the Grail one, isn't he? Yeah.
A couple of the droids were really hard to get, weren't they?
Joey. The funniest thing is, though, I was talking to Andy at All the Chronicles. He'd phoned me once I got my book, and he was like, "Oh, Shabby, what do you think?" And so. And the thing is, you've made the actual hardcover book so nice. Sometimes I was saying to Andy, I might, because if I take my camera off here, Tez, just look at the embossed on this. And all the little details, like the falcon. Do you see what I mean? It goes all the way around like that. And this is actually embossed into it. And it is absolutely stunning.
It's like fabric as well.
Yeah, it's like a fab, but that's the thing. So I was like to Andy, I don't know whether I'm going to put my dust jacket on today.
I love about the jacket. I love Gianni's design around the border. It's kind of like a little story.
Yeah.
Look
at it all the way around. X-wings. All sorts.
There's actually a battle happening in there. Like, it's really nice.
Yeah. It's nice. It'd be a nice tattoo that on the arm. That. Nice tattoo.
It's quite because the size and weight of the book. It's easier to take the dust jacket off.
I mean,
because it's more tactile in your hands and it's easy to.
That's right. And
then when you put it away, you put the dust jacket back on.
Like that.
Did everyone agree apart from me?
But no, I mean, the idea was that we wanted to make something that was quite traditional in terms of the book and that, so it didn't just look like, I didn't want a sort of glossy covered hardback cover, I wanted something that looked more traditional, and the binding is traditional, and even the little details down to we spec the red little tabs on here. We've got a sheet of all different colour ones of these, and we said, "We'll have that one, please." It's all that sort of stuff.
Let's have a look, Johnny. Let's have a look.
Yeah, the little trims up here.
Oh,
so even spec those, when you're doing it.
Yeah.
So,
do you think this is going to sort of? I know that we're not going to get the Kellerman 2 book. Do you think this is sort of the next? The one where everybody would go to. I mean, I know.
Do you mind if I just say something about that? I was thinking about exactly what you just said, but I don't think you can compare. I think it's a completely different book. Along the years, a lot of people saying, "Oh, it goes against it." I don't think it does. I think those books are awesome as they are, but this is something different. Do you know? Does that make sense? What I'm trying to say?
Yeah. That's of its time, and this is now, isn't it?
Exactly.
Yeah.
I still think the Kellerman book is an important part of Star Wars books and collection. You know, it's a special book. You know, so
it's in a way it's inspired you to make yours, isn't it? Because you've
without that one, you know,
you might be right, Scuba Pete. You might be right.
You're right. Yeah. There's planes out the sky because it's so heavy.
So come round and take these out of my living room, will you?
If you guys want, just come collect them yourself. This week, I've also been driving around like after work and stuff, just dropping off people's books personally in the area because there was quite a few surprisingly local to me. So I've been doing quite a few drop-offs, and everyone asked me that question when I was with them: "Is this the new Kellerman?" And I was like, "No. This is maybe an evolution of the Kellerman. It inspired it for sure, but Kellerman's
that's right. I think I mean, at the end of the day, we've got access to a lot more information than what John Kellerman had back then. You know, we've got social media. You've got contact with people a lot easier. So we're bound to have more information and more up to date information on that basis.
That's the way I look at it. Exactly like you. I'm not going to say one's better than the other one because they're different. It's a different time. You cover different things.
Well, they're both visual, but that one's more sort of a visual thing. This is more information. It's I've had so many people ask me, was it packaged nicely? Was it well wrapped? Because that's what people are going to worry about as well. That's me. Yeah, that's me. I've only had one, and it was fine.
But we bubble wrapped it. We put they come with there's 2 layers of cardboard inside effectively because you've got 2 layers on top and bottom, and then you've got layers around all the corners, and then you've got the box itself. So,
Well, as a person who got one overseas, mine was perfect. The way they've wrapped it and the way they've bubble wrapped it and put the extra cardboard in it, there's no issue with mine at all. So.
But also worth mentioning
us just stick it in a jiffy bag and post it, will it?
It's worth mentioning that extra wrapping takes us a lot longer to pack a book.
Yeah, you have to.
Just for people that kind of like, come on, going to move on. Forget that people want it packed so nice. Obviously we want it packed nicely too. We want it to survive the journey. You want it to arrive intact.
I can just grab one here that's already packed. So
it takes a long time, man. It takes a long time.
All in there. It's all got you're protecting the corners. We've got a double layer of cardboard and everything on there, bubble wrap.
And don't worry, they've taken all the pizza crust out. It's fine. It's clean. It's not a problem.
Oh.
It is taking time.
It's wrapped perfect, lads. I mean, like I said, halfway across the world, mine came, and I have no issue with it. None at all.
And I think just to say to those people still waiting, look, we are getting through them. It is 2 of us, and I think some people, and it's also worth reminding people that Red 5 Designs is not mine and Gianni's full-time job. This is a pure fan passion endeavor. It is 100% fan-based passion endeavor. All of Red 5. We don't get paid for this. We're not sitting at home being like, books are done. No,
that's it's a hobby, guys. It's a hobby.
I know exactly what you mean. I tell people every day, I can't dance every day. Do you know what I mean? I've got a normal job to do. I can't.
It's kind of your house is full of it. It's just mad. It's just mad. Well, not Greg's house, but Johnny's house.
But I'd just like to know what surprised you most about the book.
The quality to me, it was the quality. I knew it was going to be big. I've seen the pictures. We've watched Bossk, we've watched all the Chronicles and USR, seen all the pictures and so forth. But it's the quality for me. Everything from the feel of it straight away. The fabric of it. Again, like I said before, when I opened the actual book and the pictures come out, they fold nice, they look good. The quality of the pictures. So to me, it's quality.
I think it's just very simple. It's very simple to read and understand. It's easy to take in information.
It is.
Yeah, everything's laid out really well.
You might get it, and don't when you get it, don't worry that you're not gonna take it all in the first 10 minutes. You can have a couple of sessions looking at.
Yeah, you can't do that. Yeah, I agree.
And that you got to sort of be patient with it, I think, as well. And you know, I think that's the sort of thing.
Well, hopefully you'll have it for a long time, won't you?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
There's no rush. Yeah. There's no rush. Yeah, you got kind of read it.
It's weird because I don't have a lot of my circle of friends. I don't have many geeky, full on love Star Wars the way I do. Apart from Gianni, my actual close circle friends don't really care about Star Wars. So when I'm like, here's the book, it's finally here. They're like, they look through it for a few seconds. They go, that's nice, that's it.
Oh, okay, thank you.
Because they don't really know what they're looking for. They're like, you made a good book. That's good. And then a few minutes later, move it aside and right, what are we doing now? Whereas seeing people actually look through it and appreciate it, it's really nice to see.
Yeah, right.
Oh, they appreciate. I mean, I've got to admit, I know some people are waiting for the book, and as we've talked tonight, it's on its way. It's just worth the extra few days to get it. Wait till you get it. It's just you're gonna be so happy. You really are.
Oh, you are.
I hope so. I was getting I kept telling people, it'd be worth the wait, And after a while, people are like, stop telling me it'd be worth the wait. And I'm like, okay.
I mean, we get fed up saying that, don't we? Anyway.
It's going to be worth the wait.
It is, definitely. Yeah. And to tell you the truth, if anyone's got something to say, it's got to be just a nitpick, because there's nothing you can say negative. Nothing.
Oh. So. I mean, I'm looking at the sort of the get into the variant section now, and the stuff like the hollowed Tusken Raider and stuff like this. But you never had hollow tusks and solid tusks, and you knew that. But I didn't know this. Look, different angle. Oh, I've lost it, bloody hell, you idiot. The angle that are different as well. There's so many things which are you're just going to pick up in this, which are.
We learned a lot of new ones as well doing this. We learned, and some of them you've got to be so careful to really figure out: is this just the fact the figure's old? Is this a one-off that's actually been damaged? Is it Is it really a variant? It's a really fine line of is it a variant? Is it not? And we need to be really sure before committing.
Is it is it whatever. So,
and it was a headache for Gianni putting it all together. It was a headache for me receiving, 6 bloody troopers in a package and being like, Gianni, these are different now. He's like, I don't see any differences. Yeah, I don't know if you guys have the biker scout section in here.
Oh, I've got it. Hold on a second.
That was so hard to photograph because I was just like, I can't even. What is the difference between them? I had them lying. I had them lying over bits of paper with like what the different variant number written underneath it on this bit of paper, trying to knock it over. It was so and trying to get the detail, the difference on the chest plate and stuff was so it was tough. Very stressful. I was glad when John, because I'd do all these and John, but actually you need to do Hong Kong V2 again. I'm like, okay, right, so that's V1, that's V2, I need to do this one. It was a lot of back and forth, just this figure alone to get right in the variant chapter.
Yeah, I like it. You got the short snout one, the Mexican one.
Yeah,
it's nice.
Yeah, really. I mean, this one alone is quite tough.
Yeah, I've seen a couple of them.
I think about the whole
but legs. Look at how many legs there are.
Well, there's probably more than that. But then, how much do you put that down to degradation, and how much is different?
Yeah. It's just like
that's what I mean. Some things we can put in there, and you can steer people. So if they want to go and investigate how many different coloured Lukes there are, then they can. But you can't. Things like that, you just can't.
You can't
specify exactly what there is out there.
Just the variations in the double telescopic lightsaber. I mean, I don't need to use the Imperial Gunnery website ever again.
See, I still think that things like that are, this will tell you about it, but then they maybe go into a bit more detail as to, how to what went with what and that sort of thing. So, those resources are still useful,
There's a lot that's interested though. I mean, look at old Plastic. He loves his Farm Boy Luke. He's going to love this. You know, he's going to go crazy over it. So
that's right. Yeah. So
colour for every season. Yeah, but it's. I mean, I can see a lot of this being put on. You know, the bigger sort of collecting websites. I can see people photographing the page, like, oh, I've got. Can you tell me what this is? And then there'll be about 5 or 6 people going snapping photographs and putting one, you know, just to give information out on Facebook groups and stuff. So
have you? I don't know. Have you considered like making this into an app? I bet you've been like, you know.
I mean, again, like, you know, when there's 2 of us, it's a difficult thing to do. You know. You can do online and stuff, having resources online, but. It's getting the time to do it, you know, and also let's got the know-how to do that.
We would like it. We would like Red 5's website to not just be somewhere to buy the book. We would like it to be its own thing. Like that makes sense.
Go to the website. Yeah.
I know exactly how it should be. It's just getting the time and
it's all in it
to do that sort of thing. But you know, one thing at a time. It's taken us 2 years to get this out. So you know.
Amazing. Look at it.
Look at that. Well, the gaffer stick. How many like different points and
again, it's well, we couldn't get our hands on every version. You can't show every version, so you have to sort of guide people as to these are the elements that vary from one to the other. So
surely that one there's just been chewed by a cat.
Chewed by a cat.
I should chew that end there, and
But this
and then they gave it back to him, and the fellow went, "What the hell's happened to this?" Do you know what I mean?
This was a really tough section to photograph, the armory section. For a lot of those, I've actually got a white bit of paper stuck on a wall, and I was sticking the weapons to the wall and photographing them that way because it was just to get the detail right. Yeah, it was hard.
It's just the work that's gone into it. What's the part that's baffled you the most? Like something you didn't know that's made you both go, "Wow, I did not know that." Is there anything that stands out while researching this book that's done that for you?
It's hard to pinpoint because there was probably quite a few things, but when you're
probably a lot of it,
when you're inundated with information, it's hard to, you know, pick out a certain thing that's, you know, like I say, doing the coins was it was really tough, and it was your brain, you know, you're trying to figure out, right, so you've got all these coins, you've got these 3 strikes, you've got these different features and all this sort of thing. And it's a way, you know, how do we put that in the book where people can read it and understand it and see what all these options were without having pages and pages and pages of all these different coins, you know? Things like that. But then in terms of what, I don't know really what, it's hard to sort of pick a certain bit of information that come about. But Thomas Fagan, who helped us edit the book and looked over some of our information stuff for us. I mean, he's the kind of guy you could hold up a weapon and he'd go, "Oh yeah, that's from the Smile Factory." You know, he just know it
off by heart,
And Danny Katz.
Thanks for sharing that, Connor. Fullest figures, thank you.
Oh, cheers, Connor. Everyone.
Yeah, keep sharing it.
So you know, we would still rely on other people for clarification on stuff and things like that. You know, because
and everyone that helps is in the front of the book. Everyone that helped, that we're mentioning and more, are all listed in the front of the book. So everyone does get their shout out, their credit.
I bet it was great to see these people's collections. I bet when you went round there, you thought, "Wow, look at this sort of stuff."
Some obviously even in the US and stuff, so we didn't get to see it in person and stuff. But you know, the knowledge that these people have as well. You know, it's just they've got amazing collections and they've got the knowledge to go with it. But
even dropping off the book recently, they're like coming. So like Tim, I was in Duncan Bell's house day before yesterday. Duncan Ball's house day before yesterday. He was saying how I was in his room and he was saying how he first heard about the book from you coming to him being like, "Look at what these guys are doing, look at this Kickstarter," which I was like, "Oh, that's nice to hear," you know, from that. Even before you got chatting to me and Gianni, you were already like saw what we were doing and you were already pushing it.
The minute I saw it on
we really appreciate that.
the minute I saw it on Facebook, like I just thought this looks interesting, and that's why I sort of couldn't really sort of understand the sort of negativity that you're getting from it. And now, as you say, once they realized, you know, you're getting people that want their figures photographed because they want their figure in the book as well.
Yeah,
like,
right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, you know, I don't know. I just saw it and I thought this looks good. And there was like a lot of other Kickstarter books around at the time, which I was into, and I was thinking, you know, this looks the one, you know.
Yeah, it was nice.
Someone Peter Deitish. Is it Peter Deitish? Peter Deitish says here on your Facebook. Got mine delivered today, personally off Greg. It was so nice to touch it. Have it in my hands. I'm so excited. Yeah, so it's just nice that you can post something in the Star Wars community, and then it's like someone you don't know has been involved in this in some way or some form. That's just
I was just
no one opened it in front of me though.
When Gianni asked about what surprised you about the book, like it's a bit different because I feel like a bit sort of like privileged to have been sort of like almost involved. Like I've had nothing to do with anything that's in the book. Do not get me wrong. I'm not saying that, but like, you know, I was fortunate enough to have that the prototype. I saw you guys at Echo and you had the book there, or a version of the book, you know, so it's almost like when I got it, it's like, I'm not going to say
we've achieved something. No, I know exactly what you're saying, Tim.
But it was like like this is what I've been waiting for, the finished article, and it's more like me thinking like everyone that gets this book is going to love it.
I know exactly what you mean.
I felt. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's funny because it's like not the end of a journey, because it's like now the book's here, it started again, but we've been there since the beginning. And we've seen the process and got to know each other, and everyone's helped each other and support. And then it makes you feel proud, doesn't it? It makes you feel like, this is, you know.
Well, I said to Gianni, and it sounds a bit corny, but like, you know, just like knowing Greg and Gianni and meeting up with them at Echo and stuff, that sort of means more to me than the book. Just being sort of part of the community and whatever. And the book is like part of the community. Do you know what I mean? That's how I sort of feel.
It's been sort of the last 3 years.
Exactly right. Horror Chronicles did this thing saying, what would be your favorite thing about the book? And my response was memories. It's the memory of this book. You know, all the lads getting together talking about it. That's the biggest thing for me.
Not being grim, but this book could, you know, be around a lot longer than we are. So it's a nice sort of some lasting sort of thing, isn't it? So,
well, maybe you might, but my name will live on. Do you know what I mean? So,
other than that, it wasn't really a surprise because I knew it anyway. But the quality, as you said, Shabby, the quality of the book
it's outstanding.
Is outstanding, and that's why you know, forget about what's information's in it and photograph. You know, just being proud of the product in terms of the quality of the product.
I agree.
Really proud because, you know, you're, as you say, you're two guys with jobs and what have you.
That's right.
You know, this is the sort of thing like a major company would produce. Do you know what I mean? That sort of level of quality. Like going like from the paper
guys out there bedrooms,
the paper you've used, all that kind of stuff, you know.
Yeah, whatever response you get, you are not going to get this book's cheap. It's this, it's that. It is exactly what.
I don't know any book anywhere that has got the amount of about 12 pages of Star Wars baggies. You know what I mean? That's just like it's all there. It's all in one place. You know.
And I think that was, you know, the book from how I saw it when we started to where it's ended up, just that evolution of it, you know, from having, you know, the success of the Kickstarter and having access to those people, and then those people sharing information with us and allowing the book to expand, and people being patient for us to put that extra stuff into it.
That's how it started.
We appreciate the patience that people have had with us, you know, and hopefully we're rewarding them with a quality product that they're going to be grateful for.
David's right there. I think it's like it is the essential reference guide. everything is umbrellaed underneath it. If you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But going back to the whole point was we wanted to make something that was not only information, but was a nice object. It was a nice thing for people to have.
Yeah,
that's why we put those little details in it and all that sort of stuff. To enhance it, and it's not just a reference book; it's the total package. That was our vision.
But that's the thing. It's like you've just said. Then you showed the little, the pamphlet thing first. Then you showed a copy with no sheets in, with the actual dust jacket on. Then you go to Tim's in Hollow Chronicles. There's the prototype book. Then we saw the printers. So you've kept us along with you. That's what I'm. Until we actually get the final product, and that's what's been the nicest thing about it. We've not just heard about a book and got it. We've been along this journey, and it's been fantastic.
Yeah.
I mean, it's important for us to keep people informed, and to know.
And
we're always working on it. We're not just sitting back going, "Oh, we'll do that next week" or whatever. We're constantly working on it, So it was a constant thing, and it evolved and it grew and it. And people, I think people appreciate, especially on the Kickstarter, we get a lot of comments about people saying that, I know it's taken a long time, but we appreciate you giving us all these updates along the way, Because they're involved, they're invested in it, and you're making them feel like their investment's worthwhile.
Yes, sir. Yeah, I agree. Well, none of us have had to chase you both, though. You've kept everybody informed with emails and messages.
What's going on? What's going on? It's all been there.
Your YouTube channel, we've had updates on your YouTube channel.
I think I've gone through every single thing.
As much as we've kept everyone updated, I am looking forward to not doing monthly updates for a little bit.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Here we go. Here we go.
Just relax.
This was the sort of the response you got.
I mean, that has grown since then, but that was just based on the Kickstarter and what we got from there.
Yeah, this is just Kickstarter. Yeah.
I just want to say, if Woody's watching, he's in Alaska. He's got a copy.
Yeah.
On our website.
I do see your comments on Twitter, Woody. We'll get it out to you, mate. We'll get it out to you. Steve, Gianni and Greg are going to be at Star Wars Celebration. We're going as attendees, so yes, we'll be there.
Yeah. Is there like one place where the book's gone, like an island or somewhere that's very like on its? Is there anywhere like obscure like that, like a little island? Someone sitting on the beach drinking with a book in their hand.
Where's been the weirdest place? There's been a
palm trees in the background. So
I mean, around Singapore, there's a couple of places.
Yeah, funny little islands around there, I suppose.
There's a few there. Yeah.
And I know that you use your mic for backing 47 copies. That's amazing. Oh yeah.
Loads in Australia. Yeah. I mean, loads of prints then sold.
Here we go. What's this other thing that's happening? Volume 2? What's this craziness happening? What's this?
Yeah, so that's what we've been working on at the moment, and we're working. Well, I'll say that we're working on. First and foremost, we're working on getting these books out, but we're also working on a Palatoy the Kenner mini guide that we've done. We've almost done a Palatoy version of that, and then so it'll be the same sort of thing where you can. How many figures have you got? What brand is it? So you flick back and forth through the pages. Yeah. And then obviously we're putting together the second book, which will be all the creatures and play sets and things like that. So
let me ask you a question while we're sticking on the first main book. There's a lot of people I've seen in the chat and on Twitter, I wish I'd backed this book, or I wish I get it. Will there be an opportunity now for people to get this book again that want it?
If there's enough, because we obviously there's a minimum order that we can do for it to be worthwhile for us and worthwhile for the printer to actually produce them. So I think we have to hit about 500, a batch of 500 minimum. So if we get that enough people involved who want a copy of this book, then we're creating a wait list. If we get enough people, then we will go ahead and do a second print run. There'll be a second edition. Obviously, it won't be this. Yeah. So this will be the first edition, and we'll do a second edition if people want it. Because it's worth our while doing that. If there's enough people that want a copy of the book, And
we're doing smaller batches than this.
We've learned a lot along the way. I've dealt with print and stuff and taking deliveries and all that sort of thing, but nothing of this size and all that sort of thing. If you're dealing with a 20-page A4 document and you've got 2,000 or 4,000 of them, it's a lot easier to handle them than it is a book this size of a couple of thousand or whatever. So. When they first arrived, it was like even the delivery was a headache because getting them off the actual lorry and stuff like that. You don't go into that with people because you don't really want it. It was just a bit of a nightmare that day, and thank God for my neighbour who helped me start, bringing all the books in. We had like a chain gang of people bringing in all these books into my living room and
talk about uniting the community. Half of Gianni's Road out there helping us bring 500 boxes off the road.
I know, but Greg, did you notice though? As soon as he said there's a book too, everyone put for sale signs outside their houses. Did you notice that?
I haven't announced that locally. But there's all things like that. When you're doing it as a pair and you've not got a big industrial setup, then these things are issues. But work your way around it and you get through it and people help you out and stuff like that,
But I bet you've learned so much, and obviously for obviously when you go on to the next one, there'll be so much you now know that you didn't. Do you see what I mean? So do you think the process will be a lot easier? Yeah,
there's certain things that what you should be doing and what you can change to make the whole process a little bit smoother and that. It's always going to be difficult because there's two of us and that sort of thing, but we can see lots of ways in which we can improve the process.
Yeah, for sure, 100%. Yeah, it'll be very different next time round, and volume 2 and what have you. It hasn't put us off doing it. We still want to do the next books. We've still got ideas, plans beyond volume 2, like so many ideas.
Yeah.
So the enjoyment of doing it was just worthwhile then. It sounds like you both really enjoyed. Yeah, it's hard work and this and that, but you've really enjoyed doing it. It's kept you, inspired to do another one. That's what you're trying to say.
Yeah, I think when you look at it as a whole, you have those bad days and you think, oh Christ, why did I do this? Yeah, exactly. You do have them. When people
sometimes you see that one comment. You see that one negative comment sometimes. I can see 100 amazing comments telling me how amazing it is, and I see that one negative one, and it'll get to me for days and weeks, and I'm like, why am I doing this? This guy's
send it around to me, Greg. Send it around to me.
I sent you a picture of on Twitter of my favourite page in this book.
You did. I'll get that right. There we go.
But it's also made me really want to, it's really got me into doing so much more toy photography. Now I have a reason to do it. It's not just a secret hobby. Now I have a reason to do this as well.
You've probably got a really good
most photos at some point as well.
Yeah.
Remember, I like taking photographs too, Greg. I know. I don't have to do yellow background all the time. I don't have to do yellow background all the time.
But that's the thing. If we did do some of my photos, I would like to do a section of it where I invite people, get guest photos in there as well. It'd be awesome.
Yeah, that would.
Yeah. But, we'll start planning on the books.
We are working on the second book, and the idea is that we're going to get it a lot more finished before we start saying to people, if you want this book, then blah blah blah. So that's one thing that we've learned is that it's very difficult when you take people's money up front and you things take a lot longer. There's a lot of nervy, that's why we've always kept ourselves out there, and we've always sort of been available to people because we don't want any of them to think we're just going to run off with their money or whatever,
I understand.
It happens, doesn't it? It just you heard about stars and things like that, and these things do happen. So you want to sort of make sure people are
Now we're talking. Now we're talking. Look at that. Oh man. It's just so cool. And the funniest thing is, the day I actually received this book, our Simon had found my original car back with the pill cut out, to get me a mum figure. And I just couldn't believe it. On the same day, I thought that's fantastic. So
that's a proof page there, isn't it?
Here you go.
Yeah.
There you go, Shabby. My Black Series are a customized wire cape.
Oh,
nice.
wires,
Mm. Nice bit of wire.
A proper cape, Greg. Yeah.
And I'm sorry, Shabby. I did actually get rid of a lot of my Black Series, but I did keep a couple. I did keep Luke in his cape.
Yeah. Oh, there's a lizard monkey behind you. But
well, I've got it right there. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And that's going to get framed straight away. So I kept on this, and no one's allowed to touch it. I've tore it out.
Tore it out.
Look at it. It's so cool.
For those watching, that's a
Shabby,
proof copy he's got there.
Shabby, what's that?
The proof copy.
Shabby? Proof copies. Who, you got proof copy? You got proof copies?
I tore it out the book. Shh, don't tell him. Don't tell him.
Look, that's my favourite page. I'll rip it out. No, it's proof. There we go. Yeah. That was nice.
I got one too.
Yeah. Matt,
Of course he did.
Get one.
You know what,
Tim? Let's have a look, Tim.
Yeah, mine's downstairs. I don't mind.
He's in there.
There you go.
Oh,
He's going to get bought. Yeah, he's got to get bought.
Yeah. Awesome.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
But,
I love it. It's brilliant. I feel like
I'm going to frame that too as well. Definitely.
Yeah, I was doing the same. Just when you're doing the same. So
I might put it in a frame with one of these underneath it.
Cool.
Oh yeah, with the thing underneath it. Yeah.
Good idea.
Where are you going to hang it though, Tim? You've got no wall space.
I know.
Yeah.
No. Look, it can go above my Bossk there.
Oh, yeah.
There you go.
Oh, well, nice above the Bossk. Yeah.
Can it go in the? Can it go in the bedroom above the bed? Or I always have. Yeah.
What are you saying?
Why not?
He's got to take his mirror down first.
Very big mirror. Very big mirror. Yeah. I'll have to reposition it on the ceiling so I can put the picture on.
Reposition it. Have you heard this?
Yeah.
Quick question. I know it's in the future. You do play sets and creatures and the next one. What happens about, because you've got this Death Star here, which is okay, and then you've got the
which is okay.
It's okay. That one.
Are you dropping that you want pictures taken of your Death
Oh no,
Star?
mine's not as.
Is that what you're kind of dropping?
No,
pictures of
mine is not as in good is any nick to be photographed like.
Oh, is it? Yeah.
Okay.
Sure.
Yeah. That Death Star was Marky D's Death Star.
All right.
There you go.
Oh,
He's in the chat.
He's in
the chat. Yeah.
I
must say, I dropped Marky D off his book, and he was the only one to open it in front of me. And I was like, I'm just a bit nervous, but he was the only one to open it in front of me. He could have waited.
Yeah.
I bet he loved it, Greg. I bet he loved it.
Oh, yeah, he loved it, for sure. Yeah.
I bet he did.
He doesn't regret selling his Death Star now.
Yeah, he's got pictures everywhere.
But how would you tackle? Because I know it's probably me. This is just like me worrying. How would you attack sort of like? Because you've got like you've got different. You've got the Kenner play sets and you've got the Palatoy play sets.
Well, this would only be Kenner. This would only be Kenner.
Kenner. Yeah. But you do like a volume 2.5 for.
It depends whether we get there or not.
Yeah. We all are dead. We might run out cold and heating by.
I might run out of years.
They're not going to cross the streets. They'll be their own thing.
Don't cross the streets.
I remember that's how Ewoks. I remember.
Yeah.
I knew
you'd have to have a massive.
I knew that day would come.
BOE. BOE. I messaged you the other day and you haven't got back, but I think you might have been hacked or something.
Yeah, everyone's telling him he's been hacked. Yeah, he's been hacked.
Yeah, he has. Yeah, he has. I get messages at BOE all the time about exchange rates and interests and what credit card to get. Yeah.
I mean, to be honest, Shabby, like
Friday, Saturday were there.
Because it was from BOE, that minute I went off and bought some Bitcoin.
Got back to thanks BOE. I've made a fortune. BOE's like, what?
And I realised, shit, that's not BOE.
BOE.
He's been hacked.
Hello, G-Force. BOE, if you try and contact me somehow, if you can.
Yeah.
You've got other means.
Come on, BOE.
Yeah.
He's on Twitter, isn't he?
Yeah, he's on Twitter.
Hi.
He's mainly on Instagram, isn't he?
Yeah.
I can read out his phone number online now if you want.
He's on TikTok as well, I think. He's on TikTok.
Yeah,
He's on the old TikTok. Yeah, he's on there. He's always on there.
Cheers, BMD. It was nice meeting you before.
He's always showing his bargains. He's picked up.
I've not actually met,
by the river.
I've not met Tez in person yet.
No.
Shabby.
Get to meet you one day in purpose. In person.
I'm at the next Echo, so I'll probably see you there.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah, hopefully
it's mad.
I think we're going to come visit Shabby at some point.
We've all
doors always open, boys.
It's funny. We've never met each other, but me and Matt have met, and I met Tim.
Yeah.
But it's funny, isn't it? It's we just get on.
It's so surreal. Like at the last Echo, we didn't have a table. The last Echo, we were just there as attendees going around. And I lost Gianni in the first few minutes because I looked at something, he looked at something, and we lost each other. But it was surreal how many people would stop me and be like, "Oh, you're one of the Red 5 guys," and you're a bit like, "Yep," and they're like, "Oh, yeah," but they're just really nice and appreciative. It was really
That's me. No one said that to me.
The more people you meet.
And
like,
you're one of the Red 5 guys. You didn't have that, you bastard.
I'm less
and just how big the group gets in the evening. You know, when we sit down for dinner in the evening, how big that group gets the next night.
Yeah.
We're very, very lucky to have the community we have. We're very, very lucky. You know,
it's awesome, isn't it? Yeah.
Very nice,
You've got people like we met him when the first Echo we went to last year. Lee Crawford.
Lee.
He was like the guy you get. I was like, group photograph. Yeah, he's great. So
we met Lee. He's this guy.
Yeah,
that's just a great part of this project is getting to meet all these people and socializing with these people, and actually meeting them face to face and stuff.
Exactly.
We will do it one day, Shabby. We will do it.
We're looking for a reason to come to America, and maybe some of the photos of William T will be that reason. But we'll have a reason to get over there. And when we do, I know America's a big place, but we'll try and make sure we can see you somehow.
Yeah, I mean, I think the thing about America is they're so used to traveling. So it's like we've had G-Force here, Jason here, Scuba Pete. Do you know what I mean? And everyone meets up. Bulgy's met with Super Awesome and that kind of thing. So if Americans have to drive 9-10 hours, they're not going to be bothered about that.
No, that'd be great.
Yeah,
it's definitely on the bucket list.
And obviously see the Holo Chronicle boys as well.
Maybe a book signing deal. You get nice book signing deal.
As much as I'm getting tired of signing my name for these books, it will be good to do.
Oh, listen to him!
If you need any advice, ask Tez. He's very good at that.
He is. Yeah.
It was just photograph.
Were you guys surprised by these sections at the beginning? I know you might have seen pictures. Were you surprised that we put in like the history of the action figure and the whole
I think
it's a good idea. The evolution, it was good. Yeah. I like that
timeline. The timeline was great.
Pretty quiet. We'd kept that quite under. And we'd had to get these figures and photographs. These are still photographs in my kitchen. We still got them all standing in those poses. We still tracked down these figures.
Yeah, I didn't get the full photography. I'll get the full.
The only one I'd never heard of is on the screen right now. Little Legends. I'd never heard of.
I heard of it we're sort of looking into it, you know.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, yeah, that's the full. Jesus, I have to get right back. Yeah, that's the full.
But these little bits in the beginning, I thought, were really nice additions to the book, just to introduce the history of the 375 figure and also the tenor as well.
I think it's good. It was a good read, and I like your little your both little personal entries about instructions to Star Wars and all that was fantastic.
We, people didn't know who we were when we started this, so it's a little introduction to ourselves, for those people.
I've got some nice arty-farty photographs there. Arty-farty photographs of the book. There we go.
Yeah, we're doing arty-farty.
Arty-farty. What else we got? It's just the level of detail.
Yeah. It's just light orange pastel.
I know.
Trying to lay that bloody belt flat, Yoda's belt flat for photographing was unlikely.
Oh, yeah.
I need the other side.
Trying to do this, trying to do that. Oh.
Yeah.
Johnny, he's moaned about every photo.
I'm just remembering. I'm just like, my God, I forgot about that.
Yeah,
brings back all your memories, doesn't it, Greg?
Thinking about my PTSD of trying to lay out weapons and belts.
Yeah, but Mr. Armstrong, look at the way they've come out. They've come out perfect,
It must, because figures don't do what they're supposed to do. They don't stand up when they, Sneddy falling over all the time. The amount of the catalogs. It was just. I can only remember the Jabba the Hutt one and the Dagobah catalog, but there's so many different catalogs.
One of them was tricky to get hold of, which was like I had those with the Imperial Shuttle, and there's a version with a photo of the product, and there's a version of the illustration. One of them, I can't remember which way round it was, but one of them was tricky to get hold of.
Out of the sticker sheets, this is my favourite sticker sheet. These ones, the blackish ones, they're awesome. They are super good. Then the card back of the card, if you will, that's fantastic.
Yeah, I mean, I can remember when we got them done, and the guy, the printers that produced them, and they got a laser that cuts them all out, and they sent us a video of the laser doing it. It's just incredible.
The quality again.
Yeah.
I mean, you can still see. I mean, all the writing you can still see out, even though it's little. Yeah. That's the quality of them. It's superb.
Proper crisp stuff. Just some proofs again. Yeah.
Yes, G-Force. There's lots of words in this book.
Lots of words. So, are you going to do a pop-up book version, like a pop-up book?
You know what? When I was at college, we had to design a book, and I did a Star Wars pop-up book, and I created a Star Wars Vader head that popped up.
Nice. Oh, nice.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah.
Lovely.
Probably in the back of my loft somewhere.
Oh,
Still
man.
got it somewhere.
Gorgeous.
Whose
version? Who's Amanaman was that? That's a gorgeous looking Amanaman.
That was yours, wasn't it, Gianni?
Yeah, all the loose stuff is mine.
All the loose stuff is Gianni's.
Gorgeous.
Yeah, a lot of it is Gianni's. Yeah. There you go. Good old Ewoks.
We learned a lot. There was a lot of variations on certain figures that we didn't know about as well.
Yeah.
And even the top of that, the top of the rocket, I wasn't aware that there was two different versions of that initially.
Oh yeah.
Even Greg forgot.
A nightmare photographing that rocket.
Laying those plats out. God, those plats, those Wookiee breaks. Yeah.
I love this spread so much, and I love the layer one too.
Yeah, the colours are good on that.
Yeah, really, really nice. Yeah, really like the 12-inch spread as well. I love all the chapters. I love
lots of colour.
Yeah,
the colours really that do it. But yeah, that one especially really nice colours on that one.
Oh.
I mean, we were pleased with the print, because you never know. Sometimes the colours can deaden and stuff like that, and not as vibrant. But the colour,
they're all really constant, and they're all. Nothing looks out of place. I don't think it's all That's a bit of grading. Yeah.
That's nice that they actually put these in it though, the 12-inch ones. That's kind of a special, because you think you put them in like a second one. So to add them onto here, because they are figures, they're just obviously tall.
Yeah,
it's nice that they're in them.
Where's the Bendham sections?
Keller made those.
Did Keller make those? Did they Keller?
No.
No. Oh. Right, I'm gonna stop showing. I'm gonna stop showing it all now because it's
you don't want to.
I don't want to. Yeah, that was about. I think I had 53 photographs. So
and that's nothing. When you see the amount of pages that are in this book, what we've shown is just that much.
10%.
Yeah.
That's it's 10% of it. Yeah. So going through the chat now. Sorry if I've missed loads of
we hope so, Jonathan. We hope so. Who knows? Like we'll get the books in stock out to everyone before we.
Yeah, we start looking at those stuff. But
they'll start seeing it. Yeah, but it would be awesome to get it out there. I don't know. We'll see. We're
still learning stuff along the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's still early days, really. So yeah, we'll see. But that would be amazing to get it out there.
There's only publishers in the chat.
Yeah, but I remember Gianni a couple of years ago mentioning about something about a Generation 1 Transformers book. Is that?
I don't remember that.
I don't remember that's probably
gonna have to worry about it.
Probably a long time afterwards.
Well, yeah, you don't know. You never know.
Yeah,
You never know.
Never say never.
Never say never.
Terrible, isn't they? Terrible.
Andy's question here: who'll be playing Greg and Gianni in the movie about the book? I think Andy and Josh will be playing it.
Andy and Josh. Brilliant.
Can I do it? Can I do an English accent?
Yeah.
I don't know. It'd have to be some young hip actors, I suppose, at the time.
It would. Yeah.
Covers probably.
Like DiCaprio. DiCaprio, you need to do it.
He's too old. He's too old.
What about DiCaprio for Greg? No.
Someone mid-20s. Mid-20s we're looking at.
Yeah.
David Brent.
Get the young guys from
My wife, she would probably say Danny DeVito for me.
Danny DeVito. Brilliant.
Oh man. But yeah, everyone waiting. Your books will be coming soon. I promise you. We're getting them out there.
They're there. We've seen them. We've seen them all in their houses, all stocked up. They're coming.
Yeah.
You sort of go. It goes through these stages. You get into the stage where you make, people want it to go to print. So you go to print. Then they want it to be finished and be delivered to us. Then that happens, and then they want it, delivered to them. So it's like it doesn't matter what stage you're at. You always want to move on to the next stage as soon as that happens.
Look at the couple of years, the years we've had as well with the pandemic, and so to get it out now is impressive after everything that's gone on.
Definitely.
Oh yeah, we've had a lot of mountains a lot of hills to overcome. Yeah, loads. Yeah. And I suppose the toughest ones was like very early on. The rising cost and everything was insane. Like. Yeah, so
I bet it was. That's a good point. I never thought that either. Yeah, because they're not light books, are they? Let's be honest. They weigh a bit,
Yeah, but we never wanted to compromise on the quality of the book. It was that was a big part of it. It's no point. You could just stick it in a pamphlet otherwise, couldn't you? Sort of thing. But
have you ever done that now, though, Johnny? Have you ever sat back now the book's done and it's finished and so forth? Do you and Greg ever sit back and go, we should have made that smaller? Or are you always accepting the fact that it was this size?
I never had a size in mind. I just knew how I wanted it to look. So you know, the fact that I wanted those at least a full size card in it with the full size figures.
Right.
I knew that's how I wanted it, and I wanted it to be able to display every page the same. If you're within a chapter, if you like. So all these pages, I wanted them to all be laid out the same. So you have to take the worst case scenario, which is say Obi-Wan Kenobi, because he's got so many card fronts with the white and grey hair and everything.
Yeah,
that becomes your master, so everything works off of that. And so I didn't let the size of the book compromise anything. I just let that evolve based on the design and how I visioned it. You know.
Yeah.
So
it was a bit nerve-wracking when we saw the proof for the first time and saw how big it was. There was a bit of, oh, it's pretty big. It's pretty big. It's pretty big.
Yeah, I mean, we were able to, that had quite a heavy stock paper in it as well. So we were able to cut down on the paper weight, which helps a number of ones. It makes it more manageable. Two, it's not quite so thick, so it's not so much pressure on the spine and stuff like that. And also shipping it helps with shipping and stuff like that.
So when you going in with what you wanted, the site and everything else, there couldn't have been that many times you wanted it to be changed. When you first show it, you thought, this is exactly what I want. Is that right?
Yeah, no. I mean, overall, we were, it was what we wanted, but we just knew that there were ways that we could fine tune it. You fine tune it. That's the point of doing a proof. You want to see, like, this is what you've got in mind. This is how it's going to be. If you ask for all these sort of specs, this is what you're going to end up with. So then you can just play. You play with your spec that you've got, and where you can tweak things and move things about in order to refine it and get it to the finished product. I'm sure it's the same.
It's impressive.
Designing figures and stuff like that, because it's all cost involved. Everything has a knock-on effect. So if you add more pages, it costs more money because you can do it, and that's not just the cost of the stock. That's more printing. There's all these. I mean, sure. But at the same time, we didn't want to compromise anything in the book in terms of how we saw it, the final product.
Yeah,
and you can definitely tell you didn't compromise. You can definitely tell that. I mean, it's like I said, you should be very proud of yourselves. You really should.
Yeah,
you think the second wave of because you're going to do another wave of another print of it. Do you think it would be the numbers will increase? Do you think because of word of mouth?
Oh, definitely.
It will.
Definitely.
Yeah, a lot of people see the book and regret they didn't. Yeah.
I agree, Matt. I agree.
There's lots of things people do. We can't just say we'll do that, because there's a lot to consider. It's not just a case. Oh right, we've sold another 3,000 books. It's not as straightforward as that, because you have to have logistics. There's a lot of logistics involved in getting a book to print from A to B to us, sort of thing. So you have to consider all of that and what's possible within the budget and things like that. So it's just not. It's not like, you print a load of books, you're going to sell them all quick, and then boss, you've got a load of money. It just doesn't work like that.
No.
Like the Alan Partridge scene where he's got his biography and it's just all over his flat. He's like, no, it won't.
I'll be sick of the book by the end of it. I won't have a coffee table for it. I'll be using a stack of them as a table.
Yeah.
Eating dinner off of it.
I was throwing the book on the fire. I'm cold.
Yeah, that's right.
No, don't do that. Oh God.
It's been a labour of love, and I'm pleased that we've got to this stage. I'll be able to relax more when I know that all the people that have ordered it have got it in hand.
And you can enjoy your Christmas, can't you?
Sure.
Exactly that, yeah.
Oh, it's hard to relax while they're all sitting around me.
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah. And it's hard for you to relax, that they're all sitting around you too.
Yeah.
I've been on an hour and over that Vader. There was the Vader from Obi-Wan Kenobi, where the
Oh, is that your hot toy answer? It's a size question.
the helmet's busted, isn't it?
Yeah.
And switch out this plate where it's all battle damage. So
yeah,
I do like that. But I haven't pulled the trick yet. I'm too busy doing other things to think about that.
Sorry.
Right. So, well, I was going to say, sort of like Tim, final thoughts on the book before we head off into the yonder. I would just sum it up, really. You know, because you're Tim Boss Bounty. You got to have the best.
Also, that really matters.
Do you remember he's sponsored by your furniture? He's got to say that. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Cheers, Tez. Just like you know, as I said before, it's been great to meet you guys and spend time with you at Echo and stuff. I always knew it was going to be awesome. It is awesome, and you can see everyone in the chat that unfortunately didn't back it. They're gutted that they haven't.
Yeah.
Hopefully they'll get an opportunity to get it.
We'd like to give them the opportunity,
yeah. But I'm obviously pleased that I did back it. So, and I'm fortunate enough to get, one of the first copies and, have the preview and do the video, the live streams with you and stuff. It's been awesome, man. It's been just a great, feel part of the journey with you, So that's it, really.
Yeah.
It's ditto from us, really. It's the same from us. It's nice that we've got to meet you all and we're able to use your platforms. Thankful to you lot allowing us to use your platform to promote it. You appreciate what we do and everything like that, and everyone in the chat and all the people we've met in the chat.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I wanted to say. I mean, thank you for sharing this with us. Thank you for giving us something and bringing all the community together and making something that we're going to keep forever. That's that you can see the love and the hard work that's gone into it, and the fact that we've all been there since the beginning. And like I say, there are things in the book which I'm not going to talk about, which will really make the lads that backed it like, no way, that's awesome. So thank you both so much for doing this. It's been a great journey. It really has.
Yeah,
definitely.
It's the beginning, really.
It's a case of these were good books.
I've still got one in books, and I love them.
These are all right.
I like that Steve Sansweet one. I like it.
We've got one in books. And we love them. They're the sort of books that influence now. And hopefully one day our book will influence someone else.
Yeah, well.
Yeah. If there's one book this year, this is it.
That's it.
Yeah, you can put that on the back. Matt says this is it. Book of the year.
It's a BOE, time for Shabby's tears. I'm not going to cry.
I think if we did put a little quote on the front of the book, it would be Shabby in the group the other night, just being like, I don't know what to say.
I mean, I can't shut the France up, and that's what it was like when I first got it. I mean, as you all know, I was gobsmacked. I was like, no, because like I've said it before, so I won't go into it. But when you see it on the screen and this and that, you get the size of it, but it's not until you actually see it and you're like, what the France?
It's the heaviest book I've ever owned. I've never owned it.
Yeah.
That's why Matt's toilet broke, because
it can also be classed. It could be also classed as a lethal weapon. Yeah.
I tried carrying almost 500 of them through the door in boxes of.
Yeah, I bet you was like, oh yeah.
We're going to see Johnny like this, like Geek Strong. Do you know what I mean?
Have you seen John? Is it John Wick 3 when he gets that guy with a book? This will do the job.
Mr. Sansweet has ordered a book. Yes.
Oh, nice. Mr. Lucas? No.
No, I haven't heard anything from.
Not under his name, anyway.
I've messaged him. He just don't come back to me.
He ain't interested, is he?
You know what? I'm not
He sold it. He's gone.
Speak to Mark Hamill. He'll speak to anybody. speak to anybody. Bless his. Right. Any last thoughts? Anything before we head off?
No, just thanks again for everyone who supported us. Got us this far.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
We wouldn't have done it without
helping us out.
Thank you.
Everyone in the chat. Everyone
We feel very honoured to be sort of in this.
Exactly what Matt said.
Very honoured.
Anymore.
And also to say that we are always available. If anyone ever wants to ask us anything, has any thoughts, we will answer you. You don't just message us, email us.
Well, Greg will. I'm a bit. Yeah, Greg will. I'm not so keen.
Okay. I always get obsessed with it. In all these updates, I'm like, we might not get back to your comments straight away, but we're a bit busy.
Yeah.
But I'm so obsessively always check comments and reply to everyone.
Yeah.
It's coming in thick and fast. You wait.
Andy's name dropping there.
Yeah. And he loves showing those pictures as well, doesn't he? When he shows them like, there we are.
The ones where Dave Filoni looks awkward. Them ones.
I wonder why Dave Filoni's like that.
Keep away.
Oh, nice.
I bet they do, yeah, I bet they do. It's funny as well because just before we go, I remember Norm at Tested did a video on Star Wars books. I think it was a few months back, and if you go back to that video, you'll see comments going, "Oh, you should have waited like that to him." I think G-Force did it as well. G-Force went, "No, you ain't showing the proper one yet." So they might just get hold of this, and you can imagine if they do. Wow.
Yeah, that's it, really. I mean, people get it in hand. I mean, if when you've got it as well, it'd be great for just to send us some pics and that, of you with your book, and it'd just be really nice to see the community with their books in their hands.
I think there'll be a few YouTube videos coming. Do you know what I mean? There'll be one or two.
It's gonna. Yeah, I think there's going to be a lot. It's going to be a lot of YouTubers.
Yeah,
inspired.
Who's going to be first?
I'm going to even maybe stop my Spectrum videos and do some use the book as a guide.
Oh no! Don't upset those 4 people that watch him, Tez.
When is that?
Hey, there's been a few of them in the chat tonight, actually.
Tez, that woman in the park, you should have said to her about your channel. Get another viewer.
No, boss. He did, and then she went, "That'll be £150." And you're like, "Oh no!"
Which you I am. I can get Willie.
Oh, brilliant! It's been great. I've loved tonight. I've loved it. Great night.
It's been great being on. It's been great being with you guys. It's also always great having Tim here as well.
Always is.
Let Gianni get back to packaging.
It's just nice that we're all together on this one to actually have fun.
Yay!
Matt, before we go, can we just see Cocaine Tauntaun just once more, please? On
Please.
Cocaine Tauntaun.
Yeah,
not that bad.
It's the sequel to the bear. The bear.
You can't sniff it.
Yeah, that's a great trailer, isn't it? Yeah.
There we go. Covered in Colombian.
Sure.
I know your game, Matt. I know your game.
It's just pure
cocaine. I sniffed the tongue.
Oh, brilliant.
Yeah.
When the cops come round, they'll just think it's a toy.
Yeah,
it will. Yeah, I'll have it on the table. They were there with
Are you and Hollow Chronicles going to do like an American stream as well? Is that?
I'd like to think so, yeah, because they've been with us all the way as well, so
they sure have.
We'll definitely do something with those.
Yeah.
We love them as well,
I looked at many photos.
You're taking plastic crack to another level.
Thank you. I know. Look, I looked at many photos, and he's very well covered. So I think I've done
Very well.
yeah, I did brush a little bit off, you know. So,
That's movie accurate.
It's great.
it's movie accurate. Yeah, when you look at that, you certainly definitely feel like you want to put a jumper on. Yeah,
don't let Carrie Fisher go near it.
No. Oh, she'd love that, wouldn't she? And Taylor and that. Yeah.
Anyway, on that note,
Just jealous. You're just jealous of me. White.
Jealous. That's
just jealous.
Who's streaming we on next week? Who's doing it? Oh,
I love
me.
that. I just put Matt's cocaine tom on the chat and a link.
Oh, yeah.
I was very tempted to put a bag of what's her name next to the picture and put something else, and I was going to put shit it's snowing, and I changed it to let it snow. It was going to be shit it's snowing to get clickbait, and I didn't do it, and I wish I'd done it. So I was trying to be very because I was certain other YouTuber put was he recently put shit toy collector or some? Yeah, that was Analog Toys. He did one, and that was
I saw it.
Yeah, he put an SI8 and a star and a T. Yeah. So I nearly put that. It's snowing, but I didn't. So I should have.
There's two. You get do it for the Luke Skywalker one again. Yeah. Shabby's next week, isn't it? Shabby's
next week. It's online next week. So it'll be good. Yeah. And there's no football on, is there? Is there any football we know?
I don't know
yet. It could be the final, couldn't it? Yeah.
The final.
Games that haven't been worked out yet, haven't they?
Yeah, that's right. I know it's America, Holland tomorrow, and Argentina, Australia. So good luck, Australia. Good luck, America tomorrow. Yeah, we'd like them to go through.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if anyone's got any hot toys out there,
they want to go through. We want an easy team in the final.
Yeah, that's what I mean. That's why I'm saying it.
You want to play France?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know.
We've got to get past Senegal.
Yeah.
But thanks for having us on, lads.
Perfect. Thank you, and thanks to the chat. Thanks everyone turning up. We appreciate it. We always do.
Thanks everyone.
Thanks for Tim. Thanks for Red 5 boys. And if I missed anybody's chat, there was loads of
it.
We missed loads.
Well, you know me. Yeah. I'll be in the park paying £500.
Yeah, it's a bit worrying that he's lurking in parks, isn't it, and getting fined. Certain other people did that.
I think it should have been you that was on the lead, Ted.
I've got a bit of a red mark.
Oh, dear.
Right, we're going to head off. Thanks for everybody.
Before we say something we shouldn't.
Yeah. Oh, there's still time. So, all right, I'll see you next week on
Shabby's channel.
Episode 18 next week. Shabby episode 18.
Right, I'll forget. But
we're 80 years old. We're 80 years old.
Right, thanks, guys. See you next week.
Wave to everyone at home.
Bye.
When you get it.
Goodbye.